Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and welcome. So what I'm doing is working on my Junky Grungy Fairy Doll series here, and this is part 4. So if you want to get caught up with us, just look at the playlist at the end screen. I'll make sure it's on the end screen for you, and you guys can just follow along. So today what I want to do is I want to do her hair, and I want to make her fairy wings. So what I have here is just some Lion's Brand yarn here, and I will put this in the description box below, where you could just go click on it and it'll give you all kinds of colors that you can have. This one is Purple Aster, so I really like this one. I think it'll match really nice with her little outfit here. So I'm going to do her hair with that. And I'll be using some just Fabrifix glue, plus I'll use my embroidery floss. I think I'm going to use embroidery floss through all of it to attach your hair and to attach the wings. So this is, and I'll use 2 strands of it. I don't know, I might go find some purple thread so it will look nice with her hair. So I might do that to sew her hair on, because we're going to sew it in the middle here and do like a mohawk, and then I'm going to glue the rest around. So we'll see how that turns out. This is my cheesecloth, which is coffee dyed. So I have coffee dyed cheesecloth, and I'll make sure I put my Junky Grungy Grammy Doll series on the end screen, and it shows you how I coffee dye fabrics and stuff in that playlist. Plus it shows you how I do my other dolls. It has the same pattern, and you guys can see how I put her together and stuff. So that'll be in detail on the playlist on the end screen. Wire. I'm going to try to do some wire and have some fun little wings that will wrap around with the cheesecloth. And this is just aluminum craft wire, and it's 18 gauge, 10 millimeter. So I'll make sure this is in the Amazon links down below, so I can put that down there. I'll even find some cheesecloth for you and put that in the links, and the yarn, and even the embroidery floss. And if I forget any of that, you guys just comment down below and remind me. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do today. So I've been just super busy lately. I'm starting another channel where we're going to be getting some chickens come in and build a chicken coop, and just get that whole fun stuff happening around here. I'm super excited. And it's called 5 Acre Life. And I will put the link down below for the new channel if you guys want to come check it out. It's pretty fun. I think it's going to be fun to follow along with. And I do some gardening stuff and different things like that. And today I'm going to get outside and try to do some leaf blowing and get that corralled up and have a whole bunch of leaves ready for when we do the coop. And I'll have that in the chicken coop run and stuff. So just fun little things like that. So come check it out. Come support my other channel. I'd really appreciate it. And then thank you guys for the support, for everything you guys do for me here. And I'm glad you guys follow along with me. So I think that's it. And then I just got a needle, whatever needle works for you. And then I'm just going to get started here. I forgot to mention that I'm going to use a piece of just copy paper here. And because I want to do a little mohawk in the middle. So we're going to have to sew that. And I want to do a weft here. And I'll show you guys how I do that. Okay, so I just lay them flat. Doesn't matter because I'm just making them a little bit wider than the paper, so it's just easier when we sew it on the sewing machine, just so I can see where it's at and stuff. So, but when we get it sewn to her head, we're gonna cut it, so they're gonna be, pretty short. Make it so it sticks up like a mohawk. So just get as many as you can here. And you can even see by the paper that you have, I'm going to go about here, about here. So that'll be about right. A little longer would be better because then we can just kind of smash it together a little bit more. So line them up, make sure they're flat, set your paper on top. And then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and just do a stitch. Now you're going to want to do your stitches a little closer together because it's going to be easier to rip the paper off. And I'm just going to start here, do a back stitch when I hit the yarn, sew all the way down, and then do a back stitch when I hit the end of this yarn, and then just run it all the way off. I want to make sure to go all the way to the top to the bottom. I'll do that. I'll be right back. Okay. So of course I ran out of bobbin. My bobbin ran out like right halfway through, so that's the way it goes, huh? I'm just going to, and then you just go ahead and fold it over, and it should just rip right off there. Easy as that. Now we got our weft here. I mean, you could just do hair like that and sew it all the way down the middle, and then you have your hair. You can also do this and sew it down. Start at the bottom here. Do some stitching all the way across, flip it, and then do it another row. Stitching, make a couple of these, and then just keep going like that. But since we are doing a mohawk, I'm just going to go like this. I want it to kind of come down a good amount here. And I could have done purple thread in my sewing machine, but I don't think I have purple thread. What I found is just embroidery floss. I'm just going to use, you can use 1 strand, 2 strands, however you want to do it. This. And line it up where you want it. And stick your pins in there. And if I made this too long, that's fine. I can just cut it. But you can also bunch it up together. Be in the middle. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Right? Be careful not to poke yourself. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to be doing a back stitch from the front all the way to the back of her head. I'll go ahead and do 2 strands. Okay, so I'm going to hide the knot. So I'm going to go up through here. Grab in some of the yarn. And then I'm just going to do a back stitch. You just go up too far. You're grabbing the head too. Fabric. Go up too far here, like that. And then you just go back to the next where you started. Let's do that. And pop it up too far. And you just pop it right down where you started. You just do that. That's the back stitch. And I don't think I mentioned, but I do have the Junky Grungy Grammy dolls, you know, the playlist on the end screen. But I also have a pattern too that you guys can come get from my Etsy shop for a really reasonable price. And it doesn't have written instruction or anything, but I have the visual pattern, which is the videos. So I show you guys step by step how to do everything throughout the playlist, plus some extras. You guys can come check that out. And then I have other doll patterns too in my shop, along with their videos. If you guys want to come check those out, I'll have the links down below. And then plus I have some dolls for sale in my shop, and then she'll be for sale. She'll be for sale in my Etsy shop too. Okay, so I went to the bottom, right? And then we're just going to tie it off. Easy as that. Just hide your red. Oh. One part is how short we want it to stick up. So it's going to have to be fairly short. And then we're going to fray it all out and stuff and make it all poofy. So it's going to be really cool. We'll start taller than we think, and then we can work down. I'm doing what? An inch? An inch or so? And then all you gotta do is take it and want to, we could do a bead of glue and stick it all together, but let's see how this goes. So I'm just gonna take it and start fraying it. But I think it should all weave together here. And like I said, we can cut it shorter if we need to, if we want it to stick up more. We might have to cut it shorter. The fun thing about my dolls is they are whimsical. They are one of a kind. They're not meant to be perfect. Like if this is a little crooked, I'm cool with that because I think it gives it just such a character, you know, and makes it less stress free. I think doing crafts, you know, like I say in my videos, is it's meant to be fun, you know, and it's meant to be enjoyable. So like if you're worried about, oh my gosh, the mohawk isn't straight and you know, I didn't do the back stitch here and I messed up there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter, guys. I mean, that just gives it so much character. It's kind of a primitive look, you know, whimsical, primitive. Oh my gosh, this is turning out so cool. Look at this. Look at that. If you guys can't tell, this is my first time making a mohawk. So I think it's turning out really cool. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I mean, is that fun? Look at that. And if you want it to stay together, I'm thinking let's do this. Here, just a little bit, you know, not too crazy. What if we did this? Sometimes it's fun just to experiment. And then pinch it. I didn't do much. I just did a tiny little bead of the Fabrifix glue, right? Just to pinch them together. Just enough. Just enough. is that really fun. And I love this Lion Brand yarn because, I mean, look at the white going through. It looks like streaks. All right, that's the starting of our mohawk here. And then the rest, you can either just leave it open, but I have threads and stuff here and I want to kind of hide those. So I'm going to, oh, I'm having too much fun looking at this. I'm going to take all this that we cut off so we don't waste. We have no waste around here. I'm just going to ball it up. This. This is when your glue comes in really handy. I know, sorry about the mess I have everywhere, but I've been in the middle of making her for a while now. It's been like a month because I've been slowly doing videos every week for you guys and having fun taking my time making her, you know. Okay. All the white little threads in there. I'm just pulling it apart and it's really soft. As much as you want here. In section. I mean, it's just fun to kind of make things up as you go and just don't. Once you get past that, it needs to be perfect kind of mentality and thinking, you know, of course, where like you're like, it has to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think honestly, they turn out a lot better when you just experiment, you know, do some fun experimenting, and you can always add to it or take away or, you know, different things like that if it doesn't turn out exactly how you were thinking. But you're never going to know if you're not going to experiment with it. And it kind of just gets your skills at different levels as you keep going and you figure out different things, you know. That's what I think. I'm going to glue some hair down. And for all my junk journalers out there, I am going to start doing some more junk journaling. I'm going to start incorporating that. I know I took a little break there. Well, I had so many junk journals that I had in my Etsy shop, and I just kept making them, and they just kept piling up. So I was like, I need to take a little break from junk journaling until I sold some of those. And thank you guys if you bought some. Those that helped a lot. So that made a little more room on my shelf there. And then I will start making some more fun journals. So make sure to tune in for that, and we'll do some, you know, some fun ephemera and little pages that we can work on, and then be really cool. I haven't done it for a little bit, so I'm looking forward to just doing that again. And then if you need to, you can just kind of look and see if there's any loose pieces and just do a little dab of glue and just pat it down. Okay. I think it turned out really good. Okay, so we got all that done. Now, let's do our wings. Let's see. Now I'm not gonna, excuse me, overthink too much about it. I just know I think I want the wings down. I don't want them out. So let's see, we're just gonna get a general shape here. And I want them to look tattered. and not perfect sizes on each side. Like she's been through a lot, you know, like maybe had some, she had to fight off people in the forest and protect her tree and have it so she's been through a lot trying to make it through the little fairy forest world. So I'm just kind of going like that. Then you can take your wire here and we could just shape it. I'm taking don't use your sewing scissors, I'm using my paper scissors, and give it a snip. And then this one, I'm going to use the black 2-strand of the embroidery floss. Now it's up to you if you want to fold it over the wire or let it just hang. And I'm just going to do a whip stitch. So I'm just going to roughly, and it doesn't need to be perfect. That's the fun part, but I'm just going to stitch it. Oops, I should go this way. Hide the knot. And then if that's going to go through, you can go ahead and just do a little glue. Because with the cheesecloth, the knot might slip through, so I'm just going to wrap it and stitch it. You could also glue this on, it'd be faster, but I kind of want the stitch look on it. That's the only reason I'm doing the stitching, or I could just glue this and it would be way faster. But I kind of like the idea of the stitching, you know, like she had to have her wings repaired and just give it a cool tattered look, you know. And then you can have some of it just keep hanging like that. Like maybe I don't want to incorporate that piece. Go down to here. And I'm trying to show you guys on camera as I'm doing this, so it makes it a little awkward. And then that's basically what I'm doing, is just wrapping it like that and just catching it. And then you can go ahead so it doesn't slide. You can do some gluing to the wire. Then the wings won't slide around. So you can just add some dabs of glue as you go along. Just to secure it on there. And I think it's going to turn out really cool. So I'm just going to continue doing that and I'll be back. I wanted to show you guys what I did real quick. So I started just gluing it lightly just to kind of hold it in place, and then I'm kind of doing it a little tight here so it's not all loose where the wing part is, but just doing a little bit of glue where I want it, and then just kind of doing that so it's easier when I sew this around. And also to get kind of the same size shape, I took the wire and I just kind of went like this with it and just followed around and then twisted it just to make them so they're fairly the same size. And then I'm just going to continue doing stitches all the way around. So we are at the home stretch here, And I got it all sewn around. And then I went ahead and attached this wing to her back here. And I'm making sure that her little satchel is up above so you guys can take it on and off if you want. But so I'm making sure I don't sew the crocheted strap down. So I'm going to stick this one over, overlap them back here. And I'm just doing a whip stitch. I'm just making sure to go through the metal. I mean the little wire. So we got the wings all on, and she's got her cute little junk journal here. I think turned out really cute, and her little satchel. Now the last thing I almost forgot is we got to attach her little fairy wand here. So I'm just gonna take it and sew it to her hand. So I'm just gonna take my embroidery floss here, 2 strands, and I'm just going to stitch it around her hand. Make this happen here. You could go ahead and put your glue down, which this Fabrifix glue works great. Okay, I think it was about there. I'm just going to secure it on there, however you can do that. Easier said than done, huh? Okay. Let me just make sure there's glue behind it. There we go. And then I'm just going to tie it off. There we go. Now she is ready to go. I'll get some fun pictures of her out in the trees. And let's see, I'm gonna kind of set it up. Oh yeah, that is really cool. Okay, so we got her little wand attached. We got her little satchel, her wings. So there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And like I said, her link will be down below. And also the Junky Grungy Grammy Doll series, where you can come to my Etsy shop. I'll have that link down below where you can get the pattern, and then you guys can just follow along, and I show you guys how to do all this. So the pattern is just going to be for the Junky Grungy Grammy, just the doll, and then the rest of the stuff I just kind of show you guys how to do and put it all together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.